Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is my June TBR. I say this every month, but I cannot believe we are this far into the year. Right, I have not done a video in a very long time. In fact, that's a lie. I have done videos, I've just not published them. Actually, I've not even edited them. I was really struggling, but I talk about that more in my April wrap-up that should be going out in the next couple of days. Yes, April wrap up, that's how far behind I am. Today I'm just going to tell you about the books that I am going to read in June. Thankfully, I am back to enjoying reading my books again. And I'm going to start the month, or shall I say, I'm not going to pretend this was recorded in time for the 1st of June. It's now the 3rd of June, so I have actually started this month's books. And the first one is called Near the Bone by Christina Henry. This is an arc that I got sent, and yeah, I'm reading it past the publication date, but you know, that's where I'm at the moment. And quite a few of Christina Henry's books have really appealed to me. I've just never seemed to got around to reading them. So this is my first one, and I'm really enjoying it. It's set on the top of a mountain. It's really snowy, it's very isolated, and there's a young girl who lives with her husband William. It's very a very sinister relationship, trigger warnings for like domestic abuse, rape, things like that. Then they kind of see signs that there's some kind of creature on the mountain with them, they think like it's a bear or a Sasquatch or something, and then other people come onto the mountain and things just get really horrendous for the girl because her husband gets really angry. That's it. That's all I'm going to say about it. But it's real. I'm really loving it so far. Absolutely enjoying it. It's very creepy. Just feels very dark the whole time. Really enjoying it. I'm hoping this is going to be 5 stars as long as nothing goes horribly wrong towards the end. Breathe, Bekah, breathe. Whew, right. Then the next book is The Darkness Within Ourselves by Jessica Huntley. I am taking part in the blog/Instagram tour for this book, and this is a new book that's going to be released. It's about a group of teenagers, and one night one of them dies in a tragic accident. They all kind of fall out and go their own separate ways. Years later, some new kind of evidence comes to light as to what's happened, and the group all kind of reconnect. But in the meantime, they've all been suffering really horrendous psychological stuff like nightmares, insomnia, paralysis, hallucinations, things like that. And they find out that each of them has been suffering that. And it's turned them into like people that they don't quite recognise. Now, whether that means like personality-wise or emotionally or physically, I don't know. But again, that sounds really creepy, and I'm looking forward to that one. And then in June, I am taking part, hopefully, in a month-long readathon, and it's hosted by Hayley Q Reads. I will link that below. And it's called The Chain Reaction, chain reaction. And basically, what you've got to do is all your books you read have got to be linked with words in the title somehow. So, say for example, Something in the Water by Paula Hawkins, and then Watership Down. I have no idea who wrote that classic. I don't know. You know what I mean? So I'll tell you what mine are. That might explain it a little better. Sorry, I keep touching my hair. I'm not used to having it down. I'm used to having it tied up. But I've just got back from the hairdressers, and it's down, and I feel really weird. So I've just had to look at my list for this to get them in the right order. Okay, so first up is The Henna Wars by Adiba Jagdar. I'm so sorry, I'm terrible at names. This is I've already started this as well. This is a super cute so far. Like a kind of queer coming of age type contemporary novel. I think that kind of sums it up. We've got a young girl who is trying to come out to her family as gay, and then she meets another girl at school and she's got a crush on her. She's not sure if she's also gay. And then there's something about they set up rival businesses with doing henna designs on people for part of like a school project. No idea, but it sounds really good. I'm actually really enjoying it so far. I'm only about 15% in, but yeah, it's so good. Really, really cute. And then using the wars in that title, I am moving on to an arc that I've got this month called In the Wars by Wahid Aryan. This is dead easy to explain. It's a professional memoir of a doctor who was in the war. That is it. I am so excited to read this. So excited, I can't wait. I really think it's going to be amazing, and I really, 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 really hope it is. I hope I'm not disappointed. I love medical memoirs. And then for the next link, I had to cheat a tiny bit because the rules of the challenge were that you can use words such as and the, but to try not to, but I just got completely stuck with in the wars. There's only one word that wasn't one of those connective words. That was wars, and I'd already used it. And then how many other books have got wars in them? So I went for The Devil You Know. Oh God, Bekah, Jesus. It's just like, nah! Right, stop touching my hair. In the Wars, no, I didn't. Give up. The Devil You Know by Gwen Adseed and Eileen Home. There we go. I should just give up. I should give this up as a bad job. Right, this is, I think it's kind of a little bit medical memoir-ish, but I think it's more looking at cases. And to kind of put it very simply, the book is about a forensic psychiatrist looking back at cases of basically just the pure evilness that humans can do to each other. This sounds so good, but also like it's going to be quite scary because it's real. It's not a horror story. These things have actually happened and people have done this. So I am looking forward to that one as well. Normally June and July are like beach read type months, and here's me with all the horror and scary shuff. That was shit and stuff put together. Shuff. Made my own word. Right, then I'm going to use the word no to link it to Someone I Used to Know by Patty Blount. It's YA contemporary, but it covers a very, very difficult topic of rape and rape culture within high schools. So the young girl who is the main character, she is raped at some kind of after party, after a sports event, I think, and it does go to court and stuff, but the guy is only given a slap on the wrist, and then the rest of like her time at school, she has to come to terms with being around this guy all the time and knowing what he's done and knowing that people find that acceptable and that there's this horrific rape culture within the community that it's kind of just brushed under the carpet kind of thing, and the effect that it has on her family as well, and her brother who he was like friends with this guy, and then it's destroyed all their relationship. So this sounds really, really interesting, but quite a difficult read. Then I'm going to stay with the word no and connect it to the next book, which is I Know Who You Are by Alice Feeney. Now, I read Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney, I think last year at some point, and I didn't really enjoy it. It's supposed to be a thriller. I didn't think it was that thrilling. It was a bit boring, but I'm going to give this author another go. So this is about an actress who is quite popular. Everybody thinks that they know her. She goes home one night and finds that her husband is missing. She gets the police involved. However, she is hiding some kind of secret, and we don't know whether it's to do with her husband and his disappearance or something previously. And that's what the police are trying to figure out. So it sounds like a kind of, I'm going to say like a low-level type thriller. I don't know. I'm not sure how to like anticipate, like where I should pitch my level of anticipation for this book. I'm just going to go in and with no expectations and see if I enjoy it. And if I don't, then that's like me done with this author. She just isn't for me. But one last shot. I think everybody deserves that. Then using the word you, I am linking this to Tell Me When You Feel Something by Vicky Grant. This is another arc I'm reading this month. This says that it's linked to the Me Too movement, but I'm not quite sure how on reading like the synopsis of the book. So we've got a group of teenagers who get like this after school type job where they are basically role playing as patients for medical students to practice on. And somehow something goes horribly wrong and the main character, a girl, ends up lying in hospital in a real life coma instead of simulating one. And that is, I guess, the mystery of the thriller, trying to work out how she got to that point. So I am not sure how it's linked to Me Too, but it will be in there somewhere, and I'm really looking forward to reading this. It seems like it's going to be one of those where it's like really underhyped, but is really good, hopefully. Then last in the chain, I'm going to use the word tell, that's it, to link it to Don't Tell Teacher by Susie K. Quinn. Now, I have read a couple of Susie K. Quinn's chick lit type books years ago and enjoyed them. I hadn't even realised until recently that she's wrote some thrillers as well. So this is going to be the first thriller I read from her, but I'm hoping it's going to be as good as the chick lit ones were. And this again sounds quite creepy. So the kids start a new school. The parents are divorced, they move somewhere new, start a new school, and as you would hope, school would be a safe place for the kids during the day. However, the mum, Lizzie, decides that something isn't quite right because parents aren't allowed onto the playground. There's massive fences around the school grounds and there's bars across the windows. And not only that, but her son Tom is coming home absolutely exhausted and drained every single day and can't recall what he's done during that day. So that is the big mystery we have to figure out in this book, and I think that sounds really cool. So, and then my friend who I buddy read with every month has chosen 2 books for us to read this month, but I've kind of said, can we just like pause a little bit and just like put them as possibles, because I want to get through these books first, and then if I'm still feeling okay and I'm doing those in a good length of time, then I'll move on to those, but I'm not going to tell you about them because they're just not definite yet. But hopefully the ones that I've already told you about are definite. We'll see. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon in another video. Bye.